You know that space where you're just there, maybe probably folding your laundry or maybe trying to catch your breath after a very long day. And suddenly you hear someone say, "So, when are you planning to have another baby?" Or maybe it's your mother in law gently pressuring you, or the auntie asking if you are not planning to have a boy or maybe to have a baby at all. And somehow you start to question yourself, not because you want to, but because they said so, they have dropped a seed in your heart. And in that moment, you feel like you are murdering for other people, not yourself again. You are now carrying other people's property on your head, carrying other people's burden on your head. And it's not even from purpose, not from identity, but just to make people happy. This week, while reading The Purpose Driven Life by Rick Warren, not that I've not read it before, but the truth is, every time I see a book that is deep and allows me to study and, expand my knowledge with anything that has to do with purpose, trust me, I will read it again and again until I get clarity. So, one truth that hits me like a wave from this book again this week: you were planned for God's pleasure. You are not an accident. Your motherhood is not just random, it is worship when it's surrendered to Him. One thing that stood out for me this week, it's not like I'm not a child of God, it's not like I don't hear from God and all of those things. But you see, this week, I've been intentional about, learning to let God speak to me through His word, especially as I choose my Bible plan. And if you don't have a Bible plan for per day, I'm sorry, sister, brother, you are doing yourself harm than good. Because that Bible plan preached to me more than, I've not been in service this week or something, maybe like in Sunday service or thereabouts. But that Bible plan actually spoke to me. Like God used it to speak to me. What do I mean? I was studying my Bible plan that has to do with hunger for God, and was talking about, how we make material things, we hunger for more material things and all of that. And then in the midst of it, talked about something special that hits me differently. That do you know that every areas of your life can as well be worship unto God? And I, bottom line, so that I won't waste time, I tried it out, and so far it's been working for me to the glory of God. But basically, finding out that your motherhood is not random, it is worship when it's surrendered to God, right? It actually made me to pause because so many of us are raising children, going through pain, giving of ourselves, but we've forgotten why. Then I also picked up Victory Over the Darkness by Neil Anderson, and it reminded me you're not what you do, you're not what others expect of you, you are who God says you are. And God says, I am His child, so am I, and that's on period. Not that I'm just a mother or not just a wife, not just a performer trying to meet the crowd's expectation, not just a single lady trying to wait on God, not hard on myself, but I'm truly His. And this role of motherhood is part of a bigger story. So it made me to relax because sometimes, we puff ourselves based on the expectations that people has placed on us, and we rush into things. We just want to get things done. Just if you check truly, most of the things that we are rushing about in life is because of other people. No, just check it out. But that's one thing I've realized early in my life, that I will never rush just because I want other people to decide for me, like based on their maybe insecurities. Nobody's going to push their insecurities on me. Then also, while I was reading my Bible plan this week, like I said earlier, and the truth hits me that whatever you do it as unto God, unto the Lord, for it is the Lord Christ you are serving, right? It's as good as you're serving the Lord. So whether you are, that means raising children, that means wiping tears and serving, even when no one claps for you. When I see motherhood as worship, I stop comparing, I stop performing, I stop trying to match society's or societal's checklist for a real woman or what a real woman should be, because I'm already enough in Him, and that gives me rest. You know what rest means? When you rest in the Lord, you have peace of mind. You don't have worry. That's why I love this song by Mercy Chinwo. I am saved, oh, I'm secure, oh, never disadvantaged in the whole of His arm. I love the song. One thing I've noticed, especially here in Africa, is that people sometimes pressure women into giving birth for the wrong reasons. They pressure women into getting married for the wrong reasons. Some women are forced to have a second or third child when they are not even ready. It's not because they are ready, but because that's what will make you into a full-grown woman. I once heard a woman, she shared with me how her mother-in-law literally was, forcing some things. I don't know, she didn't give me permission, so I won't be sharing that. Sorry. I've been there, that silent pain, that wondering if something is wrong with me because I don't meet someone else's timeline. I don't rush myself into unnecessary pressure. And sadly, we've passed this pressure down to young girls growing up who start believing their only worth is in childbearing. Don't get me wrong, there's absolutely nothing wrong in childbearing, but do it brightly. Let it be that you accept it as a call of God for your life. You know, the pressure on young girls growing up now is that they start believing that their only worth is in childbearing, is in getting married, not in becoming who God called them to be. But motherhood is not a proof of womanhood. Purpose is. And purpose can only be found in God. So, sis, whether you have one child, three children, or you're still waiting and trusting on God, you are not less. Oh. You are not too late. You are not behind. You are loved. You are called and you are seen. The sacrifices you make when no one is clapping, the times you serve when you feel invisible, God sees it all. You are not just raising children, you are raising generations. And sometimes motherhood doesn't even have to be like it's your own child. Sometimes motherhood does not mean those children came from your bosom, but you passionately love children and you are dedicating time and effort to make sure that all that happens, all the good things of life happens to them. That makes you a world changer already. Let me know in the comments if you've ever felt pressured to do something in motherhood, or maybe not even in motherhood, just generally, and it does not even align with God's peace in your heart. Let's talk, let's heal, and let's grow together. I love you.